Hello everybody, welcome back to Can of Wormholes. Last time we managed to successfully launch off another rocket, and so I've just been studying what's left. We have the blue double chevrons on the left, we have the pink swirl on the right, and we have the pink bulbous D shape on the bottom right there. And if I just come over to my screen caps and drag this over, I apologize for the black screen. We have this thing here. So the blue rocket is done. The squiggly one here is the one on the lower right, down there. Red is done, bottom left. T is done, and then pink swirl. So I think pink swirl, the rocket is going to join up to blue, and the D shape here is going to join up to brown. So I'm just going to start moving stuff around in the overworld, and we'll do whichever one of those we kind of come across first. So let's get that off the screen. Let's get control back over here. Let's get to our control room. Why is it pulsating red again? I've still not figured out why and when stuff pulsates red on the overworld map. But we'll reset that. And let's try and get to which one? Pink swirl going through blue. So we're going to start with that, almost certainly, and then we can get to here, and that lets us get into this room that has our rocket ship. And then we're going to launch it off, and it's going to be a slow learning process of where it wants and needs to go. Well, this open door is a good start. Goes in there, comes down, goes in there. Have we not done this level before, or is it just this level that needs to be done and there's no wires involved? Because otherwise I lucked out and we just need to solve this puzzle, but I guess we're solving this. This needs to be inverted. How we're going to do that, I'm not entirely sure. Let's just check. We are long enough to finish in here, but obviously we need to do the other one as well. And we have this gnarly shape that we can push, but I'm not sure where, if anywhere here, we can... Oh, wait. Hold on. This can't line up to that, can it? It might be. So if you look at the pieces on the board as they are right now, I'm currently this piece for this solution, but it looks like previously we came in using this entryway, which would have made our active worm this one, and using that one we would have had to have gotten this in the hole and the 5 long piece over the gap. So I think we might have done this puzzle before in a different finish using a different worm, and now we have this worm to do it with instead. I'm just really uncertain how we're going to get resistance to roll or flip anything, because we are not very long, and how we get resistance on anything here I am uncertain, because the shortest piece is a 2 long stump, and I would need to be like 7 long if I was going to be my own resistance for that. Let's just... Oh yeah, 5 rocket. So that tells us we are in the right place. Level 5 rocket ship. So now we just have to think about all the mechanics that we know and all the things that are possible. And how do we do this? Because I don't think we need to make a wire. We just need to solve it. But immediately lacking ideas. Like, that would give us resistance. So, could I back into here? Not really. I feel like this end being in here. Ooh, hello. Okay, that gives us something. Alright, how can I make that work? Can I use the pit of the solution to rotate through? Not accidentally. So that moves that out of the way. I can't. We're too... No, I need the other tip all the way over there, which I don't think will go, because that's as far over that can be. Oh, it can go. Interesting. How low do I want it to be then? That low? Can I even get over there now? I can't. So maybe it's one less low than this? And then... that knocks that out of the way. I can't roll this using that as a whole. I mean, the other option, I guess, if we're not using that as a whole, use that as a piece of the level that is completely off of the edge of the map, right? So we move that out of the way. Then we can roll that. Now I'm stuck. Because I can't get off of this. But I presume I can just do it much further down, right? So I can just do this, like, here, instead of way up at the top of the map. So, bring this across. Move that out of the way. Roll. Put that in the hole. Put me in the hole. And a very swift rocket launch. I will certainly take it. Up, up, and away. This is what, 5 of 7? I wonder if all of the cans that we've controlled so far have 7 legs. And now we're working up to 7 legs. So, Rainbow Worm joins the cohort. Alright, that is 6 legs with 5 rockets. Maybe we had one here to start with, but we still have a lackluster throw, so we know what needs to be done. We can change our can, see which other ones we're missing on the map screen. So it's the D and it's the chevrons. Right, take me to an engine room. Reset that. So the D goes through brown. Let's go one less high before we swap. I can't get up to brown, so I guess we're going via pink. And then brown, figure 4 is connecting to the D. Alright, so they're connected. I've no idea if they're connected in the right way, but we will come to here. Find our rocket. Is it this? No, that's just that level there. is this. It's the wrong button. So that leaves through there. Oh. I walked by this previously and just sheer terror, right? Because very first thing you think is, what happens if you just do as much of a lap as possible? Okay, where do we begin here? We can't eat our tail. I don't think. I just need to move that piece in the bottom right down 2. What is that going to look like? Is it just a really specific, long, convoluted walk? Do we just need to get to where our tail comes out? No. That is never going to work because there's so much further round that would need to go. So what other mechanics can we make use of here? There's no bits to bite in order to break a fence or move a fence upwards. What were we doing in the jungle zone? Were we pushing fences down in the jungle zone previously? Or do we just need to keep ourselves as tightly locked to the edge as possible to break out? I think it might just be a maze. We just need to utilize going back on ourselves as much as possible to keep the multiple layers confined into one side of the board. So that is 4 pieces too short to escape. There's 2 pieces we've not stepped in yet. But I think I want to escape as close to this corner where my head is as possible. There it is. Not so bad at all. Really, really daunting. Not so bad at all. Alright. Another leg. Another worm. Rocket worm. Blasting off to rocket storage at the speed of worms. I am not a musician. Don't ever expect it of me. There is our wormy friend. Joining the rest of the wormy brethren. Alright, we're nearly at top speed, but we're still not launching up in the air yet. So, one more to do, huh? Have we saved the hardest for last? It's the blue chevron, which is the bottom right corner of the large map. Do I know what shape I need for this? I do not, according to my chalkboard bonus stuff. So maybe it's much simpler than it seems. This looks like it's going to need a wire first. Okay. Right. I need to cut this into 3 pieces. That was simple. However, now that that's done, I cannot push this piece back towards the level. I am too short for that. So, what if we make a dot and then I eat the dot and I become 3 long. Then we manipulate this in various ways. I'm just wondering if I can get this down to the bottom side of the fence and then think about how I would chop another piece off to make me longer to then chop me into thirds again. Because another possible option could be, although I feel like it's not going to be, would be some way of breaking down the fence. But we start so short, it seems almost impossible to conceive how we would eat a dot in such a manner that it's going to break a fence down. So we need to make a 2 long horizontal wire on the other side of here. Because obviously to solve the standard puzzle, not difficult at all. So it's just doing the wire. And we obviously have to use all of the pieces because we need to solve both pieces to finish as well as the wire. I feel like this has to be a reasonable starting point. If I eat this, can I get this back somehow? Because I can't get behind this. I can't go around the long way. And I can't push it inland from where it is. I can't get other resistance on it. So, I can cut one piece off. Which is that. If I do, excuse you. If I were to do this, just flips the whole thing over. And it would appear that does not help me at all. Don't think I can manipulate that in any way further than this. I can push it up there, I can never get it back again. So I feel like the dot is the way. It's then just what comes after the dot. I can flip that way if I do it where I can still back off. Oh, there you go. That seems hopeful, doesn't it? So then flip it again. Then I need to make another dot. And now I need to figure out a way to do what we did at the start, but my body is going to be the bit that gets cut. So this is going to need resistance. That makes a vertical piece. Can I bring that vertical piece all the way down here? I can. So my only problem now is I can't manipulate this. So, does that mean, rather than cutting on the right-hand side, we cut on the left-hand side? So, I push this to here, go and eat this, make myself this shape, you become that wire, or you will become that wire shortly. Put you there for now. Fetch this. This is going to become that finish. You become the wire, and we're in. I'm losing all sense of space and time. How many puzzles have I done today? Okay, I can already see that this is going to come to the right and probably need to come into this, but this is the curved section of the worm, so we're going to need to straighten that out. So let's do that to start. Back to our rocket ship. So then this can go over the wire, along here, through that, out the door, through that, through that, through that, through that, through that. Okay. Is that another wire that needs doing? It absolutely is. Just, it blows my mind how somebody went, okay, we've made this puzzle that has a reasonably difficult solution, and also we've made this secret, even harder solution hidden inside of that puzzle. Blows my mind, right? I cannot really remember anything about this puzzle. We've got fences, we've got dots. We need to connect this with a 2 vertical piece. We are 3 long. There are 2 bits to be eaten. And this can obviously be rolled and possibly cut. So, what is that going to look like? Not that. I'm just trying to wonder what the original solution was, because I'm assuming that this just gets you stuck, right? So what did we do with the outside dot to keep it safe while we went for the inside dot? You'd think we perhaps need to make a small island or something out of the pieces that we have. That's not going to be it. Just try and solve the puzzle normally, and then we'll see what we can manipulate out of that to be different. So, if I were to flip this, I can then do that. After that's done, cannot flip it that way. Except... Ah, I need the resistance. So it's not that. I can't roll that over because the tip is too long. And I really remember nothing about this puzzle. We've also got these blocks down here that seem to be pertinent to something. I can't push that down there to cut a piece off. That never helped anybody. That's one higher. Still doesn't help. And I've got no idea what I'm doing in this puzzle as a standard. This cannot rotate. If I do that, then it can rotate. Then that makes a bridge, which would be somewhere safe to put the dot if I hadn't already knocked the dot out of the way. So, if I bring this back up higher and put it there, I can't do that. How can I rotate it over to then cut a piece off of it? Unless it doesn't start as an L, does it? But I can flip it into one. Okay. Basic puzzle solved. That makes a too long piece, but I can't catch it. And I'm currently the exact length I need to be, and eating one more dot is not going to assist me in that. I can't push that down. Can I push it back up? I can. Can I get resistance elsewhere with this? Doesn't feel like I can. So now if I do this, how was I on it before? Oh, I wasn't sleeved on it. I was pushing it from here to the left. So I suspect we might need to put a little the island that we've made here might need to go here instead, and then we save the dot by pushing it up to get out. But I think I'm going to put that down there for today. And then next time, now that we've solved the base puzzle again, we can then reconsider how we're going to make this wire for next time. Join me then. Hopefully we'll get this wire, and then hopefully it won't be too many further steps in order to get off to launch. And then once we've launched, I guess there's going to be another worm to explore, but I'm not entirely certain. But now though, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.